Thanks for joining us. I'm Philip Coleman. Lynn Brooks has the evening off. A new study published in the journal Pediatrics says from the years 2002 to 2010, the use of ADHD medications was up 46%. And that's because more children are being diagnosed with attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, or ADHD. WVUA's Lindsay Price talked with professionals to learn more about the process of being diagnosed and the possible side effects that some medications may have. Details now in tonight's Top Story.
To the point that it's making your life difficult, that it's hindering you from doing what you need to do. That's really the question.
Counselor Chip Garrett says this is a question to consider if you believe your child may have ADHD or attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. And child psychiatrist Sanjay Singh says the diagnosis occurs when you see problems in two different settings.
When parents say the child is having problems in home, and then you start seeing the reports from teachers that the kid is being disruptive.
Both Garrett and Singh recommend trying behavioral therapy before trying a medication, and Garrett says parents shouldn't worry about trying therapy because it's not so much about guide and coaching, but thinking together.
I don't tell other people how to raise their kids. I don't much appreciate it. Somebody told me how to raise mine. But we can kind of collaborate, we can share information that we have. We can try things.
If you do decide to go the medication route, both say there are side effects.
The medicines work. They're not without side effects for a lot of kids. Just getting a child on a medication that they're going to be on for a long time, I think you ought to approach that with some care.
The biggest side effect is loss of appetite. And that's one of the reasons that some young adults want to be on this medicine, because that can curb your appetite. So that's the biggest one. Then there can be some headache, stomachache.
Both Garrett and Singh agree the medication does work in cases where there is a strong need. In Tuscaloosa, Lindsay Price, WVUA News.
And Dr. Singh also says there are newer, more effective drugs available now to treat ADHD. In other news, vermin has been stirring up quite a controversy in the Tuscaloosa neighborhood of Brown Circle. Friend Shay Bonner says his backyard and the entire neighborhood is infested with rats. They live in a tree that spills onto his property, causing a zoning dispute with Bethel Baptist Church. The community is also circulating a petition that's been signed by about 50 residents and was given to the Tuscaloosa County Health Department along with Bethel Baptist. Bonner says a resolution needs to be found very quickly.
Our neighborhood is unsafe. This is a hazard to us, and we want them to take care of this immediately. And we really look at if they can build a $4 million church, surely they can cut down a $5 tree.
Meanwhile, Bethel's minister declined an on-air interview today, but says he hopes to have a surveyor on the property later on this week. He also says they would work to fix this problem if the tree is found to be on church property. A sign near the airport is honoring one who lost her life. Drivers along 5th Street in Northport traveling near the Tuscaloosa Regional Airport may have recently seen signs saying "Justice for Haley." They were posted there by the family of Chilton County Elementary School student Haley Burks, who was struck by a vehicle and killed back during the month of March. Meanwhile, across Alabama, new developments now in the trial of the man accused of poisoning trees near Auburn University. The trial of Harvey Updike is now being postponed. This comes after defense attorneys for Updike asked for the trial to be moved to a different location. Updike reportedly called a radio program claiming to be the one who poisoned those popular trees at Auburn near Toomer's Corner. Officials have set a sentencing date for former Alabama Governor Don Siegelman. Siegelman is scheduled to appear in Montgomery on August 3rd. He is currently out of prison on appeal bond after his 2006 bribery conviction. Siegelman was convicted of selling a seat on the hospital regulatory board to former HealthSouth CEO Richard Scrushy. And now some good news for the Alabama automotive industry. Automakers are too busy making cars to hold their quarterly meeting. The executive director of the Alabama Automotive Manufacturers Association, Lou Drummond, says members could not afford to be away from their plants because of intense production schedules. About 140,000 people working in the automotive industry in the state of Alabama.